man of the people, man of the culture.
Absolutely,
Um,
bro.
how you holding up, bro?
I'm holding up, man. Doing all right. How are you?
I'm good. Where you at?
I'm at my fiance's place. Looks like the location for the tents was somebody's house, so had her pick me up.
Ay, su santísimo.
Yeah, I would have had the Zoom meeting outside, but
Oh,
it didn't look safe. It didn't look safe. So
it doesn't look safe, Jesus Christ.
you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're
Good.
doing all right. How's everybody? How's the baby?
Everyone's
Babies?
good. Happy and healthy, bro. That's all I can ask
That's
for.
that's what we like to hear,
Like
bro.
I've been telling everybody, the this past 3 months have been it went fast, unfortunately, but
I
it
bet.
is what it is. It is what it is. I like being home with my baby, so
Yeah. I
freaking Monday hit me like a freight train.
did it.
Yeah, because I was
They
hurt.
thought.
That was the small one's first day of daycare, so I was like,
Oh my goodness, that's probably a
yeah,
tough a little tough digest, as they say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It fucking sucked. I'll say
I
it
bet.
sucked.
It's good to see you though, bro. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the
Yeah,
call yesterday too, catching up and whatnot. And glad
absolutely,
you're
bro.
glad you already have the ideas out there in the universe and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, what church are you guys at?
We attend Restoration City in Springfield. They used to be
Yes.
RWC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. Okay.
Yeah, they changed their names and all that.
Totally forgot. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. But no, like I always tell everybody, what I'm saying, this is very just conversation.
Mhm.
Um, the folks I've been choosing again are folks that do have an impact on my life that I see have been taking care of business even after our, close proximity.
Mhm.
In their life, leadership roles, your band, you're killing it with HCC, whatever your position is at this point.
Absolutely.
Whatever role you have at the congregation, what I'm saying? It's a lot. You're doing a lot. You're doing a
Mhm.
lot. And I just want to share this space for folks that are doing it. It could be
Yeah,
used as marketing material, whatever the hell. I'm definitely going to be using it as marketing material. You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? Um, because yes, we are doing this push for the Tuesday nights.
Mhm.
We want to eventually grow into Tuesday, Thursday, which will eventually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Leadership, career development, and then more career development essentially.
Absolutely. That makes
uh,
sense.
no, and that's how I say. Pretty straightforward question. I'm saying,
Mhm.
starting us off. What does leadership mean to you, bro?
That's that question right there is actually back in the security days. I felt like we needed to ask many people that what that means to them. Leadership, honestly, I've always said that it's more about setting examples instead of there's like a difference between being a boss and being a leader. You know, a boss will just like expect you to get it done and or whatever, versus like a leader will instruct you and walk and teach you and hope that you can bring that out to other people. It's more like having it grow and continue versus just staying like it's all about me type thing. So I feel like when it comes to like leadership, that's what makes a good leader is someone who's willing to take people under their wing and to teach them and then have them go out and do what they got to do and hope to just continue spreading it down the line.
Yeah. The
Hmm.
reverb effect, what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
not just that direct person, that direct report, but how is
right.
that person going to affect the next one down the line? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hmm.
No, it could also be chalked up as influence, what I'm
Yep.
saying, which is
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Honestly, like not to get all like nerdy in pop culture, but Mr. Miyagi said it, there's no such thing as a bad student, it's a bad teacher, you know? So
Right. Right.
Karate Kid.
Um, no, awesome.
Yeah.
So what traits do you think separate a good leader from a great leader?
Traits, I would feel like going above and beyond is one of the biggest things. Sometimes what will come to a shock to me is if like I reach out to somebody and they are willing just to go that mile, no matter the time or the day. Obviously within lines of respect, of course, because there's always time. There's time for everything. But I feel like that person that goes above and beyond, like let's say they may not have the answers right now, but they're like, stand by because I will get somebody who can help us, someone who goes that extra mile and doesn't just give up because, oh, well, I don't really know, No, they were like, you know what, we don't know this, but let's learn, let's find out together, and we'll do it, you know. So I feel like that right there, just it's simple, it's small, and also just communication. Communication is a tool we all have that many use poorly. Like we all have it, you know, in one way or another. It's just not everybody does it effectively. So I feel like effective communication, it's not really thought of so much, but I feel like anyone with effective communication is separates some between good and great. You know, it's just something so, minute or small, but it's a big deal.
Wow. And final question.
Yeah.
Um, how do you inspire? How do you motivate folks? How do you keep people going? You know what I'm saying? Even during the hard days.
You know what? It's just it's setting the example,
Mm,
because it's not you can't expect something out of somebody if you're not willing to do it too, you know. It's I would say last year during 2023 was a year where we started, for example, in my band, we were gigging a lot more. And there was the year before we were trying to have the goal of achieving everything we achieved last year, from releasing music to gigging to the biggie, all that kind of stuff. And the previous year and the year before that, those were things that some of us in the group saw as like, well, it'd be nice if we can get that, while others were like, I see that we can, you know, and convincing the others to see it before it was there was just one of those things. And it was, even though you don't see it, I'm going to work very hard to show you because I do see it. And
yes.
sometimes all you got to do is work towards it. Because I always say someone's not going to show up at your door needing your services if you have nothing to show, you know? And if you're not working towards it, and if you don't take yourself seriously, if you don't respect who you are or what you do, no one else will, you know? So you got to really set that example. And amongst that, like, I remember getting the first MGM call. I think that was one of the nicer moments of that time, because I received that call 4 months after my sister passed. So that was like a really rough time, where those are conversations I used to have with her. And I'd be frustrated. I would talk to her, letting her know, like, Mighty, some of these guys, they don't believe it. You know, they don't believe it because it's hard to see. They don't see past what they have in front of them. And she always said, like, there's got to be somebody who can show them the way. Kind of like, she didn't say it like this, but I think of it as like Moses. Moses getting the people out of Egypt. He was the guy in the front. You know, and that's, I feel like, right there. You do that even in the hardest times, even after she passed. Like, we took our time at the beginning where we weren't really doing much. And in the midst of not doing much, that phone call came because of something we did a few months prior.
Yeah.
And and as in that moment, like, even I started not really believing it and not seeing it, and it paid off. One little show that we did that we thought nothing of really opened up the door to that goal that we once saw as not achievable.
Yeah.
So that right there is just perfect example. Even if not everybody can see it, like, as long as you have that group, or even if it's one person, like, sometimes it's all that matters. Like, you hear it a lot in church and the Bible, or they say two or three gather in my name, for I am there. It's one of those things that you got to just believe. And many of us come from church background. We grew up in the faith, and sometimes it gets a little difficult even in my faith journey separate from the band. Uh, but fast forwarding to where we are now, where I am now, for example, it's all because of those little steps that we took, those little things we worked a little extra on, those little things that we may have lost a little sleep over. But yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. No. And I've been hearing this a lot. The hardest part to any org is getting from 0 to 1. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because if you can do it one time, you can replicate that same process,
Mhm.
efficiencies, blah, blah. It's called
Yeah.
design thinking. You do it, you get it out as fast as possible. You fail, you get feedback, you reiterate, and you bring it out. You pump it out
Mhm.
again.
Yep.
Um, so no, that's awesome to hear, bro. And I appreciate it again. Taking the time. That. Appreciate you for being vulnerable.
Oh, absolutely,
Um,
bro.
that was awesome. So the floor is yours. in terms of promoting. So what have you got going on? Are there any events coming up soon? Is there anybody, any place, any organization? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, honestly, like first things first, if there's anything I'm gonna promote, I'm just gonna promote a life thing. You know, I got engaged recently and she is a fantastic woman. And I'm not saying this for brownie points because she can hear me, but it's absolutely true. And I am absolutely just honored that she said yes and that she came into my life because, as I mentioned, you grieve, and I'm still in a grieving stage because with my sister's passing, it's still pretty new, and I haven't always been my best self, but she has stuck by and she has been one of the best. So first thing I'm promoting is that I am going to be marrying a an amazing woman, and I can't say that like, and I'm just out there just spreading the word to whoever's listening. And on top of that, as of now, we're having a I love you, baby. We're having a it's a little slow start to the year, but it's okay because I feel like personally I've been a little gassed out with all the effort and work we've been putting things that I want to make sure that this year I'm putting uh everything I need to put where it needs to be without overdoing it. And right now we only have really two shows this year coming up. One's a private wedding, which we're excited for, but the other one is going to be at the revamped waterfront in Holyoke.
Yes.
That one's up in the air right now with a possible date in July. We're still working out some kinks and who will be there, prices, all that kind of stuff. So I think the biggest thing coming up for us right now is this summer in July. We're at the newly renovated waterfront in Holyoke. We're going to be hosting an event where there will be vendors, food, all that kind of stuff. So
Awesome.
if anybody, they'll be hearing more about it throughout the social medias and all that. And if I could plug that in, I guess we could plug that in. We are last minute. If you just put we are last minute, you get all the information you need to get for ticket sales and all that kind of stuff. So
That's exciting, bro. No,
yeah,
keep up the great work.
thank you, man.
Um,
Thank you.
and again, selfless plug for myself. If you have any events, speaking engagements that you need, you know what I'm saying, leadership, career development, please don't hesitate to holler.
Absolutely. And working at HCC, where is it? Right here. Great college. I was a student there twice for two different things. And now that I work there, I have some good connections for type of things like that. So I will definitely be dropping a name when those conversations come up.
Appreciate it, bro, for real.
Yeah, of course, bro.